Hey, what's going on, my Air.ai users? Just wanted to take some time here. It's Friday, February 16th, 2024. Just give you a few updates on some things that are coming down the road for Air. Exciting things happening, and the team on the back end is working super hard to bring you lots of new updates, make this software better. Every single week they're working on it. So a few things coming down the road. Twilio, right now, there's a separate Twilio integration. If you're using the software, you know you have to start a Twilio account and integrate that with your Twilio credentials, plug that into Air, and it's just a little bit of a hassle to get that going, managing the phone numbers. When you buy new phone numbers, you have to tell Air support to sync them so that it starts actually using those new phone numbers. So it's a little bit of hassle to do that. They're moving to another phone provider, and it's going to be integrated. So the separate integration is going to go bye-bye. You're going to have you'll be able to put in your billing to Air, and you're going to be able to just have the small telephony charge and the Air charge will be together underneath one account. You're not going to have a separate integration. When you want a number, you'll reach out to Air, tell them your local area code, and then you'll be able to add those numbers to your account, and it's just going to work. There's not going to be any extra syncing. There's not going to be any hassle of having to integrate something separate. So looking forward to that. With that new integration, supposedly there's going to be some really cool features coming down the road with that as well, with telephone management and inbound, outbound calling, different things. So I'm not going to dive into that yet till it comes out, but there is some cool stuff coming out with that new telephone change. So next thing coming down the road is that they're very close to launching is calendar integration per agent. So right now, when you integrate a calendar with Air, you can only integrate one calendar per Air account. What everybody wants to be able to do is every single agent or script you create needs to have its own calendar. So like if you have outbound sales script, maybe you want that to be connected to the your sales guy's calendar. When you have maybe a customer service script, you want that to be connected to someone else's calendar. So right now you can only have one calendar connected to an Air account. So very soon we'll be able to connect a calendar to each individual script or agent created, which is going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. So looking forward to that. Another thing coming down the road, better voice mail detection. They're constantly working on the voicemail detection. As if any of you are using Air right now, you know that sometimes it hits a voicemail, it talks to it. Air's super good at very quickly refunding if it's uh, they'll refund, if it's not even a long voicemail. But if it ends up talking a long time, 10 minutes, I've even seen up to 3 hours, which is crazy. That doesn't happen very often at all. But you email support@air.ai and just send them the recording, let them know what happened. They will be very quick to refund you that money. But that's a hassle. We don't want to have to email them every single time that happens. So they are getting much better at the voicemail detection and currently working on making that better every single day. So they right now they did kind of make it a little bit better, but there's still some things they're working on at being able to detect right off the bat. When they hear that beep in the voice. The problem is, as you all know, some voicemails are tricky, and people like to have those voicemails that say, "Hey, hello," and pretend like that they're answering the phone. So those are always going to be hard. The other big problem has been, it's not a big problem, but occasionally you hit IVRs, which are those, press one for this, press two for that, and then you get these two robots talking back and forth together, and that can be looped over and over and over again. You could have some wasted money there. So just remember, they are working on some things to make that stuff better. And if you ever have any problems, just email support@air.ai and they'll get you a refund on those wasted minutes. So next thing coming down the line is better programming to know when to talk back and forth. So basically, as us as humans, we overtalk each other, right? So like we just interrupt each other. It's part of the human language. It's not even necessarily disrespectful, but we just naturally kind of interrupt each other as we're talking. There's overlap. So the AI is already really good at doing that, but they are coming out with some programming they've been working with on the back end that is going to be really, really much more advanced on teaching it on better knowledge to know, oh, when's it my turn to talk? When's the prospect's turn to talk? Did they finish their sentence? Did they not finish their sentence? Are they still thinking? So we have some times where, particular with elderly folks that talk a little bit slower, maybe they're thinking. We've had some conversations where the AI will go into the next part of the script, start talking, and it doesn't really understand that they were still thinking or talking. So those are some of the small issues that they're really improving upon that this fix is going to help. Just having it be better smart at detecting when its turn is to talk. So that's going to be really cool. Um, Next is a better way to write scripts for advanced and conditional logic. So they're coming out with a really much better platform on the advanced side so that it's going to be much more user friendly. You're going to be able to write better advanced prompts with if-then logic. So that means, if prospect says this, then maybe go down this route. If prospect says this, maybe we need to go down this route. We can definitely do that now. I've done some good advanced prompts for people, and I've done good at advanced scripts for people with advanced prompting, but they're just going to make it the UI much user friendly so that your average person will be able to make some pretty cool scripts and teach the AI exactly how to respond in a much more user friendly way. So that's going to be awesome to be able to do that, and going to be making, I know, a lot of my clients a lot happier. So last thing I wanted to talk about real quick here was they have been training their own LLM internal model. What that means is, if you don't know, it's a large language model. It's what ChatGPT is based off of, and right now Air is its core is basically based off of ChatGPT. So what that means is, if you went to ChatGPT and you type something in and you asked it a question, it's going to be able to give you knowledge of the world. It's going to be able to answer any of your questions. It's super smart. If any of you guys have played around with that, it's just freaking awesome. So, I mean, that's what the voice is based off of right now. It's cool because when you talk with Air.ai, it can have a conversation with you, just about anything. It can talk with you about history, about current events, just like if you were typing in ChatGPT. So it makes it very smart. But the limitation is there's so many people, millions and millions of people using the open AI that sometimes the servers can get bogged down and cause delays, and part of those delays transfer into lag into Air. So when people say Air has lag sometimes, some days it's not bad, sometimes it's a little worse. Air doesn't have full control over that one little piece. So by them coming out with their own LLM internal model, they're going to be able to eliminate that. And very soon, it's going to be dynamite on how awesome this is. It's going to be an LLM model that is specifically for talking and sales, and trained much better on how to respond for phone talking than basing that knowledge off of just general ChatGPT type learning. So super excited for a lot of these updates to come. Just wanted to tease you guys with some of those things. I know that Air has made lots of changes really fast, and they've improved. They've been a little halted here lately, making this switch over to the new phone provider. They're wanting to make sure it's really good, and to make sure that there's no problems and it's a smooth transition. So there's been a little halt in the technology so that they can go back, focus on that. They also have been putting a lot of focus in making it stable. You have all these other little companies that are popping up that they sound really good, and they're focused more on UI and being able to make calls with less lag, but Air's more focused on the long term, which is stability. So they know that being one of the pioneers in this industry and bringing on hundreds of thousands of businesses, if you want those calls to go out, you have to be on priority servers and be able to scale that on a very high level. So they've been very focused on that, but I can assure you guys, there's awesome features to come. Yeah, have an awesome weekend. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day, and we'll talk soon.